viewers, and welcome along. It's been a long time. It seems like we've been away for yonks. It's coronavirus and everything else, but we're back. Just in case you're wondering who we are Racepace. And we are tonight having a special event which is at Zhuhai. But before I go into any more, I've got a fully able assistant here who's a camera whiz kid, allegedly, and he goes by the name of K9, but he's not a dog, I can tell you. Good evening.
How's it, man? It's been a while.
Yeah, it has, hasn't it? It seems yonks. I can't remember how long it is, but it seems a hell of a long time. But it's
five months ago.
Is it really that?
Since the last stream.
Like 20 weeks or so. Can't fault it.
Yeah.
But hey, and we've decided, after the all the coronavirus that's been going on, where do we go? China. Brilliant. There's something topical in that.
So we're doing our first race, basically, of a series of events at the moment. We've got basically till the end of the year. We're going to try out a whole lot of different events, see what the guys enjoy, see what's popular.
Absolutely.
This is the first one. This is Formula Alpha GP. It's a potential series we have in the works.
Start with the slow cars.
Yeah, we're going with the super fast cars, as you can see, Formula. They look like futuristic F1 cars, I guess.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair point.
So we got Rock there out on track. That looks like Palm behind him. They're going to do the first couple laps here in this qualifying session.
These cars sound monstrous, though, don't they?
Yeah, they're quite a handful to handle at times as well.
Oops, as you can see.
Yeah.
Good timing.
Palm and this Monster Energy livery car there. Number 24.
He is indeed. I can't.
So
it's a pity that they don't come up.
He's usually pretty good in these open wheels in the game. Obviously, we haven't seen him in a lot of our live streams and stuff because he sort of joined the community not so long ago. But for anyone that doesn't know him, he does do quite well in these open wheels. Yeah,
he's picked these up quite. He's to be honest, he's picked everything up pretty well. In fairness.
Yeah, but I think he's just these kind of cars. I think he's are sort of his favorite kind of cars. The open wheel stuff. He likes, I guess, high downforce most likely.
Yeah. I mean, they're popular. They can do in the game anyway. They can certainly do 240 mile an hour. I think is top whack. I don't think they'll hit that round here, but you get close to 200 mile an hour.
Yep.
I think that'll be it.
Palm, he's done his outlap already. You can see Kenny there. I'd say Kenny, also one of the guys to watch here right now. He's always quick in whatever he gets in.
And Joff's in the chat saying hello. So, hello to you.
How's it going?
Hope you enjoy this. Next time, hopefully you're on the track with us.
Just opening my video here so I can also read the chat.
Yeah, I always have a look there. Then obviously it's going to tell me on the top just when anything's there.
Pity you're not on track. I think you would have also enjoyed these.
Yeah, it would be good fun. So we've got 42 laps here, if you didn't know, which is roughly around about 180 kilometers, I think, give or take, because we're running around. What are we? Track's 4.3 kilometers or 2.67 miles, so it's a reasonable. We're pretty close on the 180. We're not far from what you're expecting there. I mean, I think what's Kenny doing? Might be warming up his rears there. Whether he meant to or not's another thing.
Okay, so Joff's not even home, he says. That's why he's not on track.
That's no excuse.
Good enough excuse.
I mean,
anyway, so Palm is currently there at the fastest lap right now. He's on a 117. If my memory holds up right, the other night I was doing some laps with Kenny and he was sitting, I think he was close to the 111s. Or
yeah, he was.
There, so,
yeah, he was. He was. I mean,
I did a quick test because I was supposed to be racing this tonight. I did a quick lap beforehand. I was on a 113. So
yeah, I did
the 110.
I did 15s. That was the best I could manage. But
Kenny on a 110.
it's not the easiest. Like I say, you've got to ease into this car, haven't you?
Yeah, he's flying there, Kenny, though. So
Yeah,
Palm is 117 at the moment. We got the Rock there with the 120. Who's he chasing there? That must be Callum.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's Callum.
Probably just taking it easy, just getting to grips with it. It's not the easiest to start with. You know, it's a bit of a baptism of fire for people, but in all fairness, it's... No, you can learn somewhere, haven't you?
Exactly. Sometimes the best way to learn is to just jump in.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I learned to swim that way. I think my mum just lobbed me in and just... She's probably hoping I drowned, actually, but no, I'm joking. But it's like... But no, is it...
Just looking at Tiger Rock there, he's just gone back to the pit. So he is the son of Rock, G007 there. So family team there.
With the family theme being Rock.
Yeah.
Oh dear. We should have been Cup of Rock, really, shouldn't they? Not Tiger of Rock.
And here's someone I don't think we've seen. Where is he? Oh, he's not out on track right now.
No.
But CMC, we haven't seen him in one of our live stream events yet, I think. I think this could be his first event he's ever joined officially.
Yeah, I think it's his online debut for us.
Yeah.
In truth. Yeah, Kenny's going for one here, isn't he?
I mean, he's pretty much racing his own times at this point. Everyone else is in the pit.
Yeah, he's just... I mean, it's this... People might be just making setup tweaks because there's still enough time to do some tweaks and get more than a couple of laps in. So, you know, I still fully think that people will come back out. But they might just need to tweak with the car. If they've had a little run around and thought, right, it's a bit too wobbly at the rear, or like Kenny's just done there.
You can see there. So sometimes it's not the best to just push either. If you don't want to be pushing too hard in the race, it's a long race, and to push too hard and have a spin or two is not ideal. So you're going to want to try and find that balance of fast but stable.
Yeah. I think because he's already laid down a marker there, you can afford to take the risk. But if you haven't laid down the marker, you can't go balls to the wall, as they say. You've got to leave a little bit in reserve. I think it's better to put down a time that's competitive and safe than just basically do a load of fast laps but invalidate them, and the one that counts is rubbish. See this corner coming down where he's coming down now. After coming round here, this is where...
This tight one.
Yeah.
This one is quite difficult at times. A couple of guys have spun here before, but I kind of like it as an overtaking corner because
outbraking.
If you're late enough, if you outbrake the guys, it's a good spot to try and overtake move.
That's in fairness, that's why this circuit is probably really this Spa, one or two others are good circuits for this type of car. In reality.
Yeah, I like this circuit for the fast cars. It's a very smooth circuit.
Yeah,
very
for the
fast-paced.
Yeah, for the higher downforce cars, definitely. I think these LMPs, anything like that, open wheel LMPs, probably suit this brilliantly. GTs, I know they race GTs here, or did race GT1s around here, but it's a different ball game in those cars, I think. Although GT1's probably got quite a bit of downforce and all, I would imagine.
Take a look here at Palm. So the wings on these cars are quite interesting. I'm quite sure that I can see the wings moving a bit there.
Yeah,
as they go down the straights. So I don't know if it's an automatic thing, because I know these cars have got KERS, but the wing is usually DRS.
Oh.
And that would mean that this car would have automatic DRS, if that's what the DRS is.
I think they are, because in fairness, the cars were... Obviously, Project Cars came out 2017, so all the work probably got done 2015, 2016. But but in terms of these cars, this was purely, the brainchild of what they thought F1 might morph into. Yeah, what it might morph into in the future. But then they didn't know about electric.
This was pre-Halo era, of course.
Yeah, pre-electric, pre-everything else. you know, they were just thinking this was the evolution of F1 as it stood at that time. Obviously, then it's changed a bit, hasn't it?
Still a good-looking car.
It is, and it's really nice to drive once you get the hang of it. Just like anything, but it's, yeah, you can do 240 in this damn thing, so it's, yeah.
I like that big fat rear tire on these cars.
Yeah, imagine putting those on your roadie. It would be interesting. You'd probably need to bore out your wheel arches, I think, to put these on. But I'm looking at all the other times. Not a lot in it. Okay, I know it's 5 seconds, but you've got Palm. You've got Palm on there. And I think I may have lost K9, but don't worry about it. If I have, then we can just keep going. I can talk my way out of a, I don't know. I could probably have an argument in a phone box with me, but don't worry about that. At the end of the day, I know some people have been having internet problems. We haven't got exactly great weather, but yeah, you can join on your phone. Absolutely. But yeah, we're coming to the end of quali now. Like I say, as you can see, oh, bit of a wiggle there from Palm, but again, he's got his time down to 14.4. CMC's managed to get himself down to 16.9, and there's nothing between Roy, his son, and Callum. They're all in the 120s, so you know, you don't know what's going to happen. It's 42 laps, like I said earlier. You know, you've got 42 laps. It's a hell of a lot of time for things to happen. Obviously, running off that, you're looking, you know, pretty much close to sort of 50 minutes, give or take, probably just over when you take into effect the mandatory pit stop that everybody's got to do. But at the moment, we got CMCF out there and Rock there as well. So there you go. Kenny tops the charts with 110.368. Palm just in behind him on 114. But I'm hoping, I mean, at the moment, we're kind of...
How's it, man? Can you just
That's okay. We got him back.
Can you just send me an invite to the lobby?
Let me...
I might be able to join as a cameraman.
Let's have a look. Can I get back into... Can I do it from the lobby point of view? I don't.
Oh, has the race started already?
They're all sat on the grid. They're all sat on the grid as we speak. I'm going to be stuck in... I'm going to be stuck with Kenny, aren't I?
Yeah.
As we stand. I mean, hey, sometimes we don't know what's going to happen, do we? We don't know what...
Well, let's do it hasn't started yet. Let's do a race restart. Just remember that order of people. Because otherwise we're going to have no cameras on this race.
Yeah, no.
So
Yeah,
we'll keep the stream running, but we're just going to reset this lobby quickly.
Yeah, that's okay. I'll let you deal with that while I think of something interesting to say. I've got loads of interesting things to say. I've got a mind full of interesting knowledge, which is no use whatsoever to anybody. But for tonight, for one night only, you know, we can share all this amazing knowledge with you. I mean, there are so many things that you might wish to know. I mean, for one, did you actually know where this track was? And I know it's in China. Yes, we know. We've worked that out. But it's in a wonderful place called Jinding Town. They probably don't say it like that, though. I'm not going to mimic a Chinese accent because I'll sound stupid. But obviously the city is Zhuhai and it's in Guangdong province. Yeah, I'm not going to say anything about Dong. It's far too early to mention that. But I wanted to know, and I didn't get to look at this, but I actually wanted to know how far away from Wuhan it was. Because I'm not sure. So, is it safe? Or has everyone got to wander around in, you know, full hazmat suits and everything? If you're wondering what's going on, obviously, because we had a slight disconnection issue, unfortunately, we lost K9 there. these are things you can't legislate for, aren't they? You know, you've no idea what's going to go on with these, but that's what happens sometimes with live streaming. The wonderful internet in various countries, because he's in South Africa and I'm in Wales, and obviously there are guys split across. So obviously CMCF is in the good old US of A. So we are kind of like, you know, we're scattered across the globe a little bit, and so you're at the lap of the gods as far as weather and conditions and that are concerned. And hey, sometimes it goes a little awry, but not to worry. These things can always be covered. There's nothing insurmountable. We can deal with it all. Take it in our stride, lad, as they say in certain parts of the universe. But what will happen is the lobby will reset, as you can see there. The lobby will reset. Everybody will come back in. Hopefully everybody remembers their places, just in case I've forgotten. But they'll remember their places. We can probably, I'm going to make this assumption, but I'm sure we'll find out. We'll get that clarified in a moment. But I'm thinking that it might be a case of do a parade lap, everybody get into position, and then go on the last apex or something like that. But we'll confirm that in a moment or two for you, just to make absolutely certain. But normally if we're going to do that, either that or we might be doing a very short... No, I don't think we are we? I was just looking in to see if there were other options. There you go, Joff. You can jump in now on your phone, lad. Hey. You'll be there, you'll be driving, and you can't use Mario Kart. It's not going to be fast enough. It's not going to be good enough. So obviously we're going to jump into another lobby, as you can see there on the screen. Probably, well, you can't see because it's blocked out on yours, but you'll just get some little jumping up and down square things in a minute while I do this. Yes, I'm going to want to leave that lobby. Yes, I do. Because then I'm going to a new one. He's going to be here. And in a moment, we're going to see it. And lo and behold, as if by magic, we have appeared. Those are the 5 jumping up little square blob effort things. Call them what you want. I don't know what they're called really, but square blob effort things anyway. That's what I'm calling them now. That's definitely what I'm calling them. So, we're all back in. He says hopefully, and hopefully everything is still going as normal, but I don't know. But what I can do is turn my sound up a little bit and just see. Yeah, I could hear myself. So it's just because it hasn't got me set as broadcaster at the side, I just wondered. But I'm sure you can all hear me. I'm sure you'd prefer it if you couldn't, but yeah, that's okay. I can hear my own voice coming back out of my PC. No, don't want to hear that. It's a bit weird hearing yourself, I must admit. It's very, very odd. It's a bit bizarre. But I'm going to take this perfect moment to open a can of raspberry Pepsi Max. I mean, because I've mentioned Pepsi Max, if you want to send me like 500 million of them, I'll be really pleased. But, well, you probably won't. But it is quite nice. But there are other drinks available, just so you all know that. Because I'm not endorsing products. That's not what we're about. But if anyone wants to, you know, send us lots of money to do sponsorship for them, yeah, we can. We need about, I don't know, 10 million each. That should just about cover it. Maybe, give or take, you know. Might be a struggle. But I think we'd do okay on it. Kind of. So I think we've got pretty much everybody in. In fact, we've got everybody in. So I'll just hang fire. We'll see what's going on. He might be just... They're probably just having a chat. The guys have got their own chat as well in Discord, so that we've got communication amongst them as well as between ourselves, which is always a good thing because communication's pretty important. Otherwise, everything goes a bit, squiffy, I think the wording might be. But they all go a bit weird, and we don't want that because that's not good. So, like I say, 42 laps of Zhuhai. To try and escape from the coronavirus. We should have called it the Coronavirus Cup. That would have been good. That would have been quite interesting. But maybe not. But that's okay. hopefully, like I say, they're probably just having a chat and deciding how they're going to start the game. I would have thought they'll do a parade lap, like I said before, and possibly go on the last apex or something like that in the order that they qualified in previously. But we'll again get that clarified. But anyway, while we're waiting, we can tell you a little bit about this lovely track in China, believe it or not. And I think it's not a million years ago since they first started racing there, in truth. I think the first race there was a street race in 1993. So okay, some of you might not have been born then, but yeah, they did a street circuit race there in 93. I think they built this track in 96. And it was China's first permanent motor racing circuit, would you believe? And it was also designed by the Australian company that built the Adelaide F1 circuit, which I think they were called Kinhill Engineers. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I think that's correct. And they built that one. Then the first international race, believe it or not, was the BPR Global GT Series, which I think happened just after it was built properly in 1996. So,
all right, guys. So
hello, and we've got Mark as well, and he's been able to join perfectly fine this time. Would you believe?
Yeah. So
you might get to race. You might get to race.
Yeah, we've gone back to our original thing, so I'm going to latch on to the back of this race.
No, that's good. That's good. In fairness, everything happens for a reason, mate. It does, doesn't it? But hey, all's well that ends well. You know, that's
cool.
There's some things you can't legislate for. Like internet, you know, we're scattered all over the globe, aren't we? I mean, we've got CMCF who's in America. Obviously, I'm in Wales. Callum's in England. Mark's in England. You know, Palm, yourself, Tiger and Roy are all in South Africa. And I miss Kenny out. He's also in England. But, you know, so we're scattered around a bit. And this lovely weather that we have in this wonderful country and globe of ours tends to throw little curveballs at us. And that's what it does. So, hey, we just cope with it the best we can, can't we? There's things that we can't control, but like my wife, can't control her either, but that's another thing.
Has Mark spoke yet on the stream?
I haven't heard him at all in here. Obviously, I've got the physical stream.
Can you hear me now, guys?
Yay!
There we go.
Hello, good evening and welcome, I think was the David Frost introduction.
Definitely was. Yeah, apologies for that. I've been away on holiday, come back, and seems like all my internet and everything's had a holiday as well, so...
Par for the course, man. Par for the course.
Finally,
Kyle's happy anyway because he gets to race now.
yeah. So, quick change around of plans.
Happy days.
Join you on the commentary, and I think Kyle's going to join on to the back of these guys.
Yeah, he will. He will be doing that.
If my setup's all sorted, I haven't. I hope I don't run out of fuel.
You're feeling very frustrated and kind of anxious.
Did you actually set up like a quick 5 minutes just because I'm just wondering.
We're going straight in, and the guy. I mean, they'll have their setups.
You
just did, so they'll jump in. I'll just quickly a couple of minutes and rush through mine.
Yeah, you got the 2 minutes, haven't you? You got that 2 minutes before the race begins, haven't you?
Yeah,
of course. Yeah.
Good luck on commentary, guys. I hope it doesn't cut out this time because.
We'll be fine.
We're having a buggy start. Back to our streaming.
Yeah.
It's
it's not post-apocalypse. Jesus, I did go to say apocalypse. It's post-coronavirus. So everything's buggy.
I'm gonna jump out. Good luck.
Yeah, you can now be the Magnificent Seven. It's the Magnificent Seven ride again because they were here before.
I was going to say, it just adds another car into the mix. Kyle was supposed to be racing tonight, wasn't he? But due to my unforeseen internet and kind of, I don't know what was going on. Don't even know how I sorted it, but we've got there in the end.
No, hey, that's all that matters, isn't it? Don't matter how you get there, as long as you do get there.
Yeah, definitely. So, as I believe, they're going to do one formation lap now, isn't it, to get into position and where they were where they qualified from. I was watching that.
He didn't actually explain to me what they were doing, but I'd already said that was my guess as to what. Because it makes sense, doesn't it? You just do a formation lap and go on the last apex or something like that.
That's it. I believe they're going to get into position side by side and go with a rolling start. So
just hopefully they take it easy. The one thing I was going to say, slightly off topic, there is some noise coming from the back of that. I don't know whether that's just at my end. I don't know what it's like on the stream, but there's a lot of clicking going on. But it might not be that bad. It might be just at my end. I don't know, but I'd rather say it than not say it. Just in case. But if you're there, Geoff, if you are still there and watching, just let us know in the chat if anything's coming through not great from either myself or Mark. But in the meantime, 42 laps, 180 kilometres, lots of wheels going everywhere. But
formation lap. This is where they've got to be clean. Just on this formation lap, you definitely don't want to pick up any damage, do you? But everyone's giving each other enough room.
Yeah, you can just imagine everyone being three wheels. They'll be on three wheels now, like doing. Because let's face it,
made his way to the front. So that's where he qualified. Palm in second place.
Yeah,
CMC.
Kenny dropped to 110, I think. Palmer 114, CMC 116. In fairness to Roy, Callum and Tiger, so Rock, C36 and Tig as you're looking on there. Oh dear, that's not what he wanted to do there. But the three of them all did 120s. There was like tenths in between them.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. That's going to be a tight bunch to watch.
Yeah, and I think what you'll end up having is you'll probably have Kenny, if all goes to plan as far as he's concerned. I think you'll have Kenny, then you'll have Palm, Kylan, CMC, much of a muchness, not much in between those three, and then I think you'll have Roy, Callum, and Tiger. That's how I think it'll pan out. But I mean, I'm there to be proved wrong. Usually.
Definitely. Definitely, Kyle, see now, he's just giving everyone a bit of room, getting a feel for the car, obviously jumping straight into race situation.
Yeah,
so
not ideal.
Ask a big ask of him to keep it, but I know he's solid in these cars. He really does enjoy the open wheel stuff.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, unlike you and me.
That's why we're on commentary, mate. That's why we're on commentary.
Yeah, they're all right. This one isn't bad actually, considering. You know, okay, people say it's a fantasy car, it's a fictitious car. Yeah, okay, it is. It's fictitious in the fact that a real version doesn't exist, but it's not fantasy per se, because it was the physics and everything about the car were based on, you know, sort of futuristic F1, because that was the SMS sort of idea of what F1 might evolve into at 2016, which is when they were doing these. So. You know, I think they're getting into formation now, aren't they? And slowly but surely, they'll get there. I don't know if you've got access to it there, but if you have, would the track map come up on the bottom? Would it come up on the bottom right, or does it come up?
Just bear with me. It's been a while since...
It's all right. I only just realised myself. Anyway, off they go.
Off they go.
It's like green, and green, isn't it? It's like lots of green. But I think the main thing here now is not to go loopy, because if you're going to lose it, I think Palm's going to have a go straight away. But I can see some damage. I don't know who it's come off, but there was definitely some debris there. There's definitely debris.
Palm's looking all intact. His car's... front wings and definitely keeping the wheels is one major thing, isn't it? But
yeah, it's
front wings, rear wings, they're the most important, I'd say.
Thing for these cars is it doesn't come up in the greatest place, does it? But at least it gives us an idea of who's where. Oh, as Callum bites the dust a little bit, but he managed to keep it going there. The main thing is, in the early days with these, I know you do it with every car apart from Rallycross, but you've got to get the tyres up to... Yeah. And it makes a hell of a difference.
You look at that K9 already up into 4th place, starting from the back of the grid, so he's had an epic start.
Yeah.
Managed to avoid any
but that's the main thing.
Carnage.
I mean, in these, again, for people watching either live or retrospectively, we're racing on full damage here. So, you know, somebody gets hit, wheels are going to go. Wheels will be flying like teeth in a barroom brawl. They'll be all over the show.
Who's that? That's Kenny.
Is it?
Kenny,
yeah. It is.
It is. Yeah. She's had a spin, so that releases Palm into the lead.
That's going to set the cat amongst the pigeons. But from his perspective, he's looking on 2 counts. A, it's damn early in the race. There's 39.5 laps left. And B, I don't think he hit anything.
No, I think it was just a spin under his own steam. I don't think Palm was too far behind him. But,
no.
You know, he still had a breathing room. But
yeah, Palm might have had his tyres slightly better at the beginning, and Kenny's maybe shot off, because I know Palm tried to have a go right at the start.
K9 already up into 2nd place. That is pretty epic. And he's not too far behind Palm. He's 3.5 seconds.
Yeah, it's not much at all. I mean, I fully had him down for a podium. I had my own take on it was like Kenny, Palm, and Kyle, as in K9.
Definitely. I mean, what we've got to take into consideration as well is some of these guys, we've been doing some fun lobbies, recruiting and stuff, so they haven't done the long race format for a while now. So it's concentration that you've got to really keep up for over an hour this is going to be.
Pretty much. Yeah, it'll come in just over 50 minutes, I think, including because they got a mandatory pit.
Good save there. Hard to do it in an open wheel as well. Like your instincts, reactions have got to be really quick.
I was going to say, what's the bets afterwards? He'll say, "Did you catch that? Did you get it?" It's like, you know it's going to happen. But I'm looking at all the lap times, and again, it's sort of panning out. CMCF is,
he's on the back of K9.
Yeah, and
not too far behind.
But like,
K9's made another mistake. Swap position there.
And again, the tough part with these is, you have a little spin like that. The first thing you want to do is put your foot down and make up for some of the time you've lost. But the problem you've got there is you've lit your rear tyres up. You haven't got any grip.
You can see Kenny's not too far behind K9 teammates in this race, but
they are. Is it Advan? Is it Advan they've got? Yeah, the Advan car. It says on the spoiler there.
Definitely.
It's weird seeing him.
Looking close between them three. I haven't seen CMC race myself before, so it's interesting to see his pace. But he's.
I have done in previous times before he was with us as a group.
K9.
I know what he'll be saying, and I can't repeat it. It's before the watershed.
I mean, that to me was a little bit too much speed, and I'd say the weight of the fuel that he's probably carrying as well. He's adjusting to that. He hasn't had a feel for the car tonight.
He might have done. I don't know if he did. Did he do? Oh no! See, those rear tyres are lit. And every corner now, the tough bit is, and something just come up on my stream saying my controller was disconnected. Sorry about that. That's something that keeps happening at times. So apologies for that one. But it because I'm not touching it.
You're gonna have to wiggle that stick every now and then, aren't you?
Yeah, you did say stick. For anyone who's hard of hearing, there are no other connotations made, insinuated, or inferred whatsoever in this broadcast. Well, not yet, anyway. He's done it again.
You're really struggling at this moment with his car. Whether he's, as you say, he's overheated them rear tyres a little bit.
They're going to be lit.
Just got to bring them. Going to have to bring them temperatures down, and
it's going to be hard though. It's going to be. You know what? Wouldn't be a bad idea? Pitting. To let them cool down. I know you lose a load of time, but it's a long race. I know it's early doors and all, and I'd be really reticent to want to pit at this point in time, but those tyres are lit. It's either that or do a couple of laps slowly.
Yeah, you've got to consider the couple of laps, the amount of time that you would lose doing 2 slower laps, cooling them tyres down it's going to be less than having them spins, half spins, and
because that's really going to set him massively back. I mean, look at the lap. No, as Callum just does one. Callum will. I mean, again, I know Callum is a racer. He's come on in leaps and bounds, and I'm sure he won't mind me saying. You'll probably be pleased as punch if I say it. But from what he was to what he has become, he's come on. His learning curve has been an incredibly steep one. I'll give him that.
Yeah, he's thrown himself at the deep end.
Yeah.
From what my experiences of where I've seen him in the races and stuff, and
he's getting better.
Full credit to him.
He's getting much better, but I mean, these cars are a different kettle of fish altogether. But I'd expect his lap times to improve exponentially throughout the race.
He's not too far off the back of that's Roy there.
Yeah.
He's. I mean, the biggest thing for Callum, I think, is once he gets behind Roy, it's looking for that opportunity to get past.
It's
cleanly.
having the patience.
That's
what we had a chat about that. Sorry to overtalk you. We had a chat about that earlier, and he just said he was going to try and take it easy in these cars because of what they are. And I just said, you got 42 laps, man. It's not as if you've got to get past him now before the end of this. That goes for everybody. It's better to live another day.
Jump back to the front. So Kenny's made himself back up into second place.
Yeah.
CMC in third place, and K9's dropped back down to fourth. So between them three, it's been swapping around quite a bit.
It's rocking around all over the place, isn't it? Is it?
It is.
Oh no, after you. No, after you, sir. No.
But Palm's still out in front, but he's only got 1.5 seconds.
Yeah,
on, Kenny.
Somebody's pitting. Was that Kyle? Was that Kyle going in or not? No, it wasn't. It was a green car. Was it? Was it a green car? Or did somebody just...
Tiger's just diving in there.
Right,
missing the front wing.
That was the debris I saw right at the beginning.
Yeah.
So somebody...
he's been struggling with that.
Yeah, somebody just caught that, and he's probably thought, you know what, let's do a few laps, see what laps I'm doing. And he was doing 120 in qualifying, so he's 6 seconds a lap. And to be honest, he's that far behind now. He's probably thought, might as well go in. If I come out, whether he changes boots, it's probably not worth it, but unless he's flat spotted any of them. But he might as well go in now. He's got nothing to lose.
Yeah, definitely. I'd rather do it earlier on as well. You don't know what other people damage they're going to get. And,
exactly. It's good strategy from his point of view, to be honest, because he's got nothing to lose.
Palm really looking solid. Car looks like it's not moving around too much, but he has got Kenny bearing down on him, holding him around the 1.5 seconds. But I think just seeing Kenny in your rearview mirrors, it just adds that little bit of pressure to you. So interesting to see how Palm
it's about this. It's like being in Scream and seeing Ghostface behind you. No offense, Kenny, you don't look like Ghostface, mate. I couldn't tell you had a mask on and some shades, so I didn't know.
See Kenny just making his presence known now, having a look up the inside, but he had no intention of making a move. He was just highlighting himself in the mirrors of Palm there. So
just seeing if he gets a twitch out of him, really, because it was, it was nothing else other than kidology, was it?
No.
No, but he got good pace through there. Back. See, he was a second faster on the last lap. But again, Kenny's. I thought he would have moved out the way for that.
That's Callum. He's had a big one. Missing a wheel there.
Well, at least he's trying to get. He's in fairness to him, he's trying manfully to.
Kenny's had Palm as well. Palm.
Yeah. Where's Palm?
Palm must have had enough.
Yeah, he's had a wiggle. Well, he's lost 4 or 5 seconds. He'd had a wiggle, but I don't know.
Yeah, he must have just run off into the debris, as you say.
It's hard to tell, isn't it, sometimes?
You never get the cameras where you need them, do you, when you're doing the stream? But
it's always hard because the angles aren't the best, and you don't get enough warning about stuff. I know you got that little box on yours, but I mean it doesn't tell you much, in all honesty. But at least it has a broadcasting suite, which is more than any other game has got. So that's one thing, I suppose, isn't it? To be fair.
I mean, there's no better feature than this broadcasting suite on Project Cars 2. Makes it so.
You think every
manoeuvrable.
You think every title would come out with it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, highlights the game, emphasises the game, shows the game off.
And what does everyone use? What do we all use these titles for? Whether it's this, ACC, Project Cars 1, Gran Turismo. You've only got to go on YouTube and see. Palm.
Just caught the dirt there, and
he was lucky there. Actually, he kept it going, but that's given Kenny a nice big fat space to lead.
So that's CMC then, right on the back of Palm now.
Yeah,
with them few little mistakes.
Let's say I've seen CMCF1 in lobbies previously, and I'm going back a little. During the course of this game being out, I've definitely seen him in lobbies, and like I say, so he's obviously tried to get on the power too early there, but he's a decent exponent. There's no two ways about that.
Definitely, he seems quite comfortable in the car at the moment. Happy third place.
Good luck from Kyle as well in fourth there, 15-7.
To see someone in the background there.
That's Kyle. No, it wasn't. Was that
I think it was Callum. No.
Oh, Tiger.
Yeah, it's just had another bit of a spin.
And that's the
thing.
thing.
Tricky cars to get comfortable with.
Callum's having a lot of time in the pits. I think he's having a cup of coffee. Mind you saying that, I would imagine his damage was pretty horrendous.
Yeah, it could have been. Once you rip a wheel off, you're sat in them pits for a while, aren't you? But
at least he's...
Kenny's made a mistake there. Off out into the gravel. Easy to miss a braking point. And just...
but now again, his tyres are going to be, and Palm's going to try and get to the back of him. Bit of a wiggle there, but he might be all right. See, Palm will see that number coming down now, and then he'll be there going, you know what it's like yourself, don't you? If you're watching that little board and seeing the gap coming down, it just spurs you on, and you just put your foot down that little bit more.
Yeah, and then leave your braking point that little bit later.
That was a. I got a big lag off Kenny there. I'm looking at the replay. That was a big lag off him there. But hopefully, like I say, it's probably because of the inclement weather we're having all over the place at the moment. Don't know what it's like with you, but it's absolutely wellied down all day here. But it's Wales, it always wellies down. It's the way it goes. Par for the course. Did somebody go? Oh no. Yeah. Sorry, I was just seeing the car behind. Did he go wide? I think it was just the angle. But that was Palm coming back in. Again, it's keeping it, 12 laps in, 30 to go. So we're what? Just sort of 15% in, 16% in. Kenny's not run away with it yet. There's been a few mistakes here and there. CMCF is keeping himself there. Kyle's considering a couple of things have happened with him. Again, it's just keep going. You don't know what's going to happen.
With K9, I looked a minute ago and he was about 30 seconds down. So you see that gap just dropping down. So he's
well, look at Kenny's last lap because he's
running wide again.
Yeah, he seems to be struggling a bit. I think those tyres are lit. I still think those tyres are lit, and because he's still trying to push a bit, they might not be getting chance to cool off a bit. He's trying to ease off a bit there. He's trying to ease off a little bit.
Front doorbell's going, mate.
That's my wife sending me a WhatsApp from the other room, believe it or not. She'd probably say, do you want a cup of coffee? You don't realise how loud those things are. It's like... You
can see that them guys like Kenny, Palm and K9 at the moment, 114, 115s lap times.
I mean, CMCF is going to get caught. He's going to get caught by K9. Oh, that would have lit his tyres a bit, but hopefully he's trying to push a bit for this to try and get up there with him and put him under pressure. But this race could end up being closer than we think. I mean, Kenny's starting to get away now, but what's to say, he's not going to have another impromptu shopping trolley moment.
Yeah. I mean, it's so easy to have, and as you say, you've lit up your tyres, and then you've got a couple of slow laps to contend with, where people are bringing more time to you. And
it just keeps him honest anyway. So I think 14.9. I don't think that's the fastest lap of the race. I think a couple of the guys did 14s earlier, but in truth, like I say, Palm's last lap was 124 because obviously he had his little off, which brought CMCF. I mean, you look at it like that and you think, not that much in it.
There's not much between these two guys at the moment, Palm and CMCF1.
Oh, and then K9's only about 7 seconds off the back. I mean, that's going to spur you on. You can see the guy in front. What better spur have you got than that? But that's going to help Kenny if these three start battling. That's going to help Kenny no end.
Definitely, and it's one thing overtaking, isn't it, with these open wheels. Oh, it's getting close.
Oh, that was...
Good work by them guys.
Well, Palm just went slightly off, didn't he? He managed to get himself back in, but that allowed CMCF to get right behind him.
He's having a good run. He's going to dive up the inside.
Oh,
good move there. Runs out wide. Palm's back up the inside.
Oh, they did touch wheels there, but they both held. In fairness, that was good, but no! Oh.
Palm's going to have heavy damage, but no, everything's still intact there for Palm.
I'm just going to watch the replay because I've got it on the stream a few seconds behind. Oh no, it's already been and gone. I missed it. What the hell happened there? Did he give him the place back? He did. He gave him the place back, didn't he?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, fair play.
Courteous driving there.
Yeah.
Is he missing? No, CMC's car front wing's intact.
Yeah.
Everything looks okay. Obviously, visually it looked okay to us. There might be
could it have been lag?
Some damage here and there. Yeah.
Because I'm trying to look at CMCF's car and I can't see.
K9 up for position there, just making a move as CMC runs wide.
I think that, I don't know if that was lag, because if the way that he plowed into the back of Palm's car, his front wing should have gone splattered everywhere.
Yeah, visually what we saw happen to Palm there, he got virtually barrel rolled off in shot.
But yeah, there's nothing wrong with him.
Physically wouldn't look like that on the screen. So
no, neither of them would have. They'd have both been in the pits and. K9 would have been in second place.
But I think CMC there's losing a lot of time now, isn't he? So does he come worse off?
Man, you're saying that he's coming back a bit now. He's trying to come back a bit. I mean, that was a 119.7, so all things considered, not the worst. And Palms was 117, and Kenny was only 16.9. So the fastest man out there at the moment is K9. No.
Seems to have found his rhythm.
Oh, yep. You could argue it's a dog track.
You see K9 not too far off the back of Palm.
Oh, that's what I mean.
Visually,
And he was 2.1 seconds faster on the last lap. So, and again, we're still 16. We're not even halfway yet. It'd be interesting to see where people start to pit. Obviously, we know that one or two have done already out of necessity. He's giving it him.
Palm out wide.
Yeah, there's no point trying to fight that. You can't fight that. He would have spun if he tried to put the foot down there.
That's the thing. I think now, Palm's got to realise, a couple of laps now, clean your tyres up, fine.
Yeah,
he's off again.
Oh dear. Oh, that's not good.
Has he got major damage from that?
That's. Hang on, wait. I'm confused now. He's back in second. I'm
confused.
This has got to be some serious lag going on.
What is going on here, mate? Visually, that doesn't make sense to me.
Look, his car's there. He's.
Hang on.
I'm completely confused now. I mean, it doesn't take much. I've got to be fair, but unless that was Callum, was it Callum? That must have been Callum, man.
That was Callum. Yeah. Okay.
He's having a really good time. Sorry, mate, if you're watching this later, but his car's getting tired. Sorry, that's even worse than the last one.
Meanwhile, you've got Kenny out in front now. He's found his feet, he's found his rhythm, and this is what we know Kenny does. Once he dials in, he's consistent lap after lap, isn't he?
Yeah, he just gets himself into like metronome. Is how I'm going to say it. He gets himself. I think Callum was just staying well out of the way for him there. Is that Callum's car? I don't know whose car that is, but it's not looking
Callum's
healthy.
In the pits.
Yeah, his car's
Tiger. That was missing a wheel.
Yeah, I mean, all I could see was all the smoke coming out the back of that exhaust, and it's like that's not looking healthy. Oh, commentator's curse for Roy there. They're not easy cars though. It can't be stressed. They are not easy cars at all. It's like It's like watching the Olympic figure skating, watching them doing all these triple saltos and double toe loops and stuff. It's not. It is so not easy, and that's why I'm here.
I was going to say you're above and beyond me on that one, mate. I don't know what you're on about, but
I'm definitely here, and that's it. That's the only. Oh, Kyle had a bit of a. Oh no, don't do that.
Just lighting it up, but 31 seconds down off the leader, moved himself up, started from the back of the grid.
He'd be happy with that.
Seemed to go through a phase where he just struggled a little bit, but now he's bringing it back in the rhythm.
Yeah, I think put it this way: if he finishes there, I think he'd be well chuffed. I think he'd be well happy with that. I think he'd be pretty happy. No, I just see Callum put in the chat saying it's not my day. No, it isn't, mate. But persevere. It's something to learn from. It's one of them things. But it's not an easy car. It's a if you learn to control this, then it's a good test actually of your brake and throttle manipulation, shall we say?
Definitely is. He's doing it on controller as well, so he's definitely doing well.
Yeah. I don't know. Did he say he's using controller or is he using his wheel? I didn't know what he said.
Yeah, I forget he's got a wheel, hasn't he?
Yeah. He bought his wheel and he bought a G29 and a challenge playseat challenge. So, in fairness, so he can fold it up and put it away when he's not using it. We've lost. Who've we lost?
Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to fold your seat up and put your wheel away? I mean,
how much space you got? We've lost Tiger. We've lost Tiger. I knew we.
Yeah, I think he was struggling, wasn't he? And
yeah, not having much fun. But again, I think he was in front of Callum at the time. In fairness, so it was not all would not have been lost. But hey, I know that feeling sometimes. I think we've all been there at some point in time where you've just gone, you know what, I'm a hindrance to everybody else on track. But yeah, Kenny looks as if he's in a groove. He's not flying now. He's maybe learnt a little bit to ease off.
116s, yeah. 116s. Keep them around there. That's where your tyre temperature is going to be better. The car feels a bit stable.
The three of them, himself, K9 and CMCF. So is K9 looking to... Who's that he's at the back of then?
I think that'll be Callum.
Is it? He's probably trying to think, we're going to let him... Oh, he's trying to move out the... Is he moving out the way? No, I don't know what he was doing.
Just see you got K9 now, working his options out, seeing which...
I think he was just trying to...
He's going to have him now, will he? No? Callum's good out of corners, gets the power down.
I think Callum was like moving, thinking that moving off the racing line. I think that's what he was doing. Sometimes when he's under pressure... Oh, who's off at the back there? That's CMCF, wasn't it? Was that CMCF one who's...
No.
I thought he just had a little off. Who the hell was it then? It looked like the light coloured car, which I thought was his. Well, I can't see anything particularly in the standings. Yeah, it is.
I think Roy's in quite a light colour one, no?
I think it was CMCF, but he might have just gone wide.
Brought it straight back on track.
Yeah, because he's lost a little bit of time to... He's lost a little bit of time to... Yeah, he's going in the pits. He lost a little... He might have had a bounce. Or is he just... He's just going... See, I wish it'd show us like fuel and tyres. I know I've said this many a time. But it would just give us so much more info. That just those couple of things would give us... The drivers have them, so I don't know why the hell we can't have that info. Because it'd make hell of a difference. It'd just give you much more idea on what strategy people are doing. You could have somebody who goes out heavy to begin with, pit 2/3 of the way through and go light for the final third, or the way round. Kenny could have gone out light. I mean, we're halfway now anyway, but somebody might go half and half. Depends how much it's worth per lap. Because obviously it's going to make a bit of a difference in fuel weight, fuel load. Bound to.
Definitely would. Give you a lot more per lap. But there is some cars, I'm not too sure on these ones, whether a full fuel load, the car feels more stable sometimes when it's full.
Certainly with tin tops, with all like GT cars, the car's built around a full tank.
Yeah.
Because they're all like endurance races, aren't they?
Yeah.
Not that these aren't, mind, but again, the whole weight balance of the car is built around being heavy rather than being light fuel. So, I mean, you can't have it perfect because it's going to change. But they tend to err more on the side of we're carrying a lot of literage here, and they do work better with it. What we got is we've fragmented a bit because CMCF is pitted. Obviously, Kenny hasn't as yet, if I remember rightly, but he doesn't tend to. He tends to pit like the penultimate lap, if he can help it.
Yeah, definitely would leave it to the very end. It's, so you got the two teammates now in first and second position, haven't you?
Yeah, they're taking that off, and then obviously you've got I think CMCF and Callum, are they in the same? Oh no, sorry, CMCF is in the blue one. Was it Palm and Callum was in the same one, or was it K9 and Callum was in the same? No, not K9. Whoever was in the other Palm, yeah.
Callum in the same.
Yeah, in the
team,
Monsters. Right? Yeah, in the Monsters. Well, I say it's a nice car.
Just for the pits.
See, for me in this car, I mean, I don't know what these guys have chosen as their setups. Again, it would be lovely to see this sort of stuff, but in these cars, for me, I always go for it's always a stable setup rather than loose, because the damn thing's loosing up anyway. It is, though.
Yeah, I'd go with you on that.
As I say, it's looser than the slimmer of the year's clothing before they actually lost the weight. If I can say it that way. Oh dear, I was going to say something else, but I didn't deem it appropriate, so I thought about it. I'll save it for later. Oh, Callum!
Oh, Callum, keep around the wall. There goes another front wing.
Yeah, I think we're going to the pits again.
Yeah, I think his team fully stocked on parts.
But
he's giving it a good go. We'll give him credit for that.
I think they brought 3 articulated trailers. Or actually, I think they brought all these parts on the Evergreen. You know, the one that blocked the Suez Canal. Needed that many parts.
So who would we have catching him now? Kenny's just catching up to the back of Callum.
Yeah.
So hopefully
he's coming
Callum
into
will be aware of that. Not light it up too much.
Yeah, just stay where he is. That's it. That's what I think. I think he got. You know what? When K9 was behind him earlier, I think he thought it was Rock. I think he thought it might have been Rock or somebody first of all, and then when he realised who it was, that he was actually being lapped. Because this game sometimes is not always the best at letting you know that, or sometimes, I mean, I've done it before when I'm thinking I'm getting lapped and I've actually given position away to somebody. Which is really annoying when that happens.
Normally a bit of a blue flag that comes up in the side screen, isn't there, somewhere?
Yeah, I know it shows up somewhere, but I don't think it's like, say, in ACC it's pretty bloody obvious. It comes up in about 3 or 4 different places, but I'm trying to think, I can't remember, you know. Isn't that bad? That just proves I haven't been lapped for ages, or haven't raced for ages. Probably the second. But
you see, Palmer, he's got back into a rhythm now and stuff, but he has dropped down 2.5 seconds off Kenny, and he was one that was leading for a fair few laps to start with. Just ran into a bit of major trouble and just struggling on the exit corners, getting that power down. It seems to be.
Yeah, I think now, like again, looking at the lap times, looking at Kenny's at 1:17.5. You know, that's quite not slow. That's probably not the fair way of putting it, but it's
comfortable.
Yeah,
it's a comfortable lap time, isn't it?
Yeah. It's not really trying to push it at all. He's got a lead. Just ease off. No point spinning.
You'll be faster overall, just keeping a nice comfortable lap time, consistent every lap.
Oh, tyres are fine, everything feels okay, then if it ain't broke, don't fix it. the pressure's on K9, CMCF. Obviously, quite a lot of pressure on Palm now, because obviously, I'm sure he would have expected to be on the podium. Where at the moment, 18 laps still to go. Anything could happen, as it already has. But it's a bit of a tall order. He needs a lot of things to go in his favour. Who's he on the back of now? Is he going to be on the back of Callum?
Yeah, it's Callum, his teammate there. Been into the pits. He's got the front wing and everything reinstalled, Callum, and
he'll be good to go.
Seems to be okay.
Not exactly the ideal place. Hopefully, you can take him on the straight here now.
Nice straight here. Callum gonna just move to the side.
Again, I don't think he realises who it is at the time, but because also he uses oh god, like roof cam almost.
Okay,
like the TV view, as you got to, from an F1 perspective. So you can't always see what's behind you. I mean, I don't know if he uses a virtual rear view mirror, which I know they don't have in reality, but you can't see the side mirrors properly all the time. Well, he won't if he's in that view. Oh! Anything you can do, I can do just as well. As Roy came around there, and then K9 did the same thing. They both tried to put the foot down a little bit too early.
I'm not too sure myself on what the tyre wear situation would be at the moment, at this point in the race. Obviously,
no, that's what I mean. It'd be great to know that sort of stuff, because it'd be a real help. Because you could see who's. I mean, again, I don't expect Kenny to have to pit unless, apart from the mandatory. I mean, he might not even change his tyres. If he's got a big enough lead, he probably will.
Doesn't give you any tyre wear on your screen, that does.
No, it's really annoying. The only way you can actually get tyre wear to show is if you just don't do the broadcast suite. Oh right, it's just that. Again, it's no, it's so easy to do. If
Roy's got plenty of fuel there on board.
71.2,
74 for Callum.
Yeah, he's probably just stuck it all. Mind you, I don't know what these things use per lap. Mind they're going to use a fair bit.
CMC down at 63, so he's the lowest so far. K9 25.
Right, he's going to
have to pit. He's going to have to.
He's got to off that, surely.
What's the leader running on 66? So he's got plenty in the tank as well.
So really, the battle's going to be how long K9's in the pits for. I mean, Kenny's going to have pretty much a lap on the field, give or take. Well, he'll have more than a lap on the field by the time K9 pits and comes out, I think. So that'll be comfortable for him. Again, he's still got to pit as well, but I think he'll be comfortable. He'll leave it until near the death, and then he might change tyres because he'll have enough time. But I mean, at 44 seconds, that might not be enough. I forgot how long it is on Project Cars now for a tyre change. Is it 16.6 seconds or something like that? It's
stationary in the pits. I think we measured it at that. Obviously, I think they would have picked up a little bit of damage here and there. Even whatever you've got your personal pit strategy to set to, isn't it? Engine damage repair or gearbox damage repair.
Yeah, I usually just have it for aero and stuff like that.
Aero suspension, that's what I normally have it for. Everything else I'll cope with out on track.
Yeah, engine damage, it's roughly, you're looking at 2 seconds per bit of engine damage. So if you've got like 20 engine damage, you're looking at 40 seconds. You're not going to lose that much in pace. So it's not worth it. That's how I just literally equate it to, if I've got like 56 engine damage and I'm halfway through the race, I'm going to need to get it fixed. Simple as
just
that.
Giving Kenny plenty of room there to get past.
I think Kenny might have had a twitch initially because Roy's back end twitched a bit. But Kenny was thinking, no, don't do that to me. I'm sure he wouldn't. But again, the guys have proven that these cars are... They're great, they're fast, they're rapid and all that, but, it's not just point and shoot with these things. Anything but. They are...
Definitely not. You've got to drive them. You've got to be smooth, progressively smooth on acceleration and brake, haven't you?
I mean, you've seen, how many spins has Kenny had? Admittedly, they were all early doors when probably the tyres weren't right, and then obviously taking spins and cooking the rears. But you can see the puff of exhaust smoke, can't you? As the gear change kicks in coming out of there, and then it wiggles. I do like the attention to detail. I got to be fair. I do like all that. I mean, some idiot probably spent 3 months doing that.
Kerr's deployment on these, is it automatically fed, or do you have to physically press your button?
You have to map it. You have to map it.
Right.
So, like I say, we think that, like we were saying before, we think the DRS obviously is. I think that's auto.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Can he dive in for the pits?
Okay. I thought he might have left it until later.
I think he's feeling comfortable. You look, K9's in the pits. He's dropped the time. So he's seen the window and thought, I've got time now to dive into the pits, change the tyres.
He's not going to lose anything off it, is he?
No. Old position. It just depends whether he comes out in clean air or whether he's battling with someone trying to get past them on these next couple of laps with a new set of tyres. You've got to get them into the right window to.
I'm not sure if he changed. I'm not sure if he changed tyres. Not so sure.
No, quite quick, wasn't it?
It seemed. I mean, again with these cars, it might be faster again, but I know with the other F1 cars, it was like you're looking at 16.6 roughly. But
so there, K9 had pitted before him and is coming out after him. So that was a long pit. He had
to put what 35 litres of fuel in.
Yeah.
As well. So, I mean, that takes
Still
a bit longer.
Comes out in second.
Yeah. Do they do them again? I don't. This is how much I race F1 cars or open wheel. I don't know if they do the fueling simultaneously with a tyre change. If they did, it's worth changing your tyres. Because I know in like ACC, for example, they'll do it simultaneously with a tyre change. So if you're going to change tyres, you might as well go out with low fuel because you're going to have to. You can refuel anyway. All tyres will be a bit cold now.
Yeah, I think on project cars it always does it separately, doesn't it? Runs through you.
Yeah, I thought I had a feeling it did. Yeah, because you end up being in the pits for like 1 minute and 38 seconds.
You're looking at each graph go down slowly, and you're like, "No, come on!"
I know, yeah. You're watching it go along, like inching along like an ant with broken legs. It's just not good. Not that I know. I don't wish that on any ant. But here you go. It's not far off where I thought it would be now. CMCF1 is like 9 seconds off K9.
Yeah, not too far behind. Give him a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of hope. Try and get them lap times. Obviously, K9's last lap time 1:22, but he just exited the pits.
Yeah, same with Kenny.
Same with Kenny. Yeah, look at that. Virtually identical
lap times,
and then 1:19, 1:21. CMC's just come round in, so. It wasn't like a best lap to make any progress on that. No, guys had exited the pits. But
I mean, man, you're saying that. I mean, we don't know how his tyres are shaping up, and we got 11 and a bit laps to go, and you're looking at it. I don't think Palm can give up on a podium. If I'm honest, I know he's 36 seconds down, but if he's lapping, he's the fastest man on the track at the minute, right at this moment, doing like 1:16.4. Oh. And that's going to help Palm and all. But that's going to help K9.
As you say, just a slight mistake for many of these guys could drop you at least 30 seconds or pick up a major bit of damage if you hit them walls. Obviously, on this track, you've got quite a bit of open space to play with. I mean, it's not too tight, this circuit. But it's
perfect for these, isn't it? It is perfect for these cars. Lots of long straights and tight corners.
You got tight corners. You got fast flowing corners as well. I always find he's coming up to it now. This final bend. If you get that right, you can carry a massive amount of speed down the straight. If you get it wrong, you feel like an absolute sitting duck.
You're in the grandstand.
That's the worst case scenario.
I've done that in a GT car. I've done that. Just saying, looking at the lap times with fresh boots on.
Yeah.
1:12. Do you know what the world record is? Do you know what the world record is here?
Yeah, but we didn't think Kenny had changed boots. But I'm looking at that. He must have changed his boots.
He must have. Same week.
1:14. K9.
Well, I know when we did a mess about the other week. I think Kyle did 113. I did 115. Surprisingly, once I got the hang of it. It's of all the open wheels, this is the one I'm better at, because I will chuck in there. Look in the time trial. I'm probably not in the top 100 anymore, but my 518.74 at Nordschleife was epic back in the day, and that was the first time I'd ever used this car, believe it or not. But I nicked a setup off somebody, and at the time I was like about 35th on the time trial leaderboard, but that's 4 years ago. I think I'm about 120th now. But I'm on there. It's my claim to fame. I'm on there.
That's your claim to fame.
Definitely.
We'll put you on a pedestal and
and then shoot
salute
me.
You, sir.
Yeah, and then shoot me.
Salute you.
Yeah, we did lots of stupid things back in the day. But we did what was it? Is it Linden Hill? I can't remember. You can do the little triangle in like 11 seconds. We were all trying one evening to get the world record. It's like 11 seconds a lap. It's stupid. But hey, we do these silly things, don't we, from time to time? But I tell you something that I've always wondered, right? If you look at the speedo,
yep,
the number that they've got in the blue for the KERS, why have they all got a different number? There's probably a dead simple answer to this, but I haven't got a clue. Right, so on Roy's it's 252, right?
Yep. We'll go to Callum 249. Well, it's going to be different makes of vehicles, different size. Battery pack 255. It's just gone up, so.
I know. I'm not getting
just
it.
Where it regenerates it, I think.
Oh yeah, that could be.
Yeah,
is that how many like kilowatts or well not kilowatts because it'd go off like a rocket ship, but it'd spin
just
around.
lit her up. Keep it lit, bud. Come on. That's it.
Oh, somebody's
Good
coming.
recovery,
Somebody's coming.
really.
Is somebody else coming past yet?
Is that going to be the leader?
Yeah, it is.
No.
Oh no.
I don't think it was.
It must have been K9 then.
K9, yeah.
And
just come past him at that point.
And I think Callum saw him, thought, move out the way, and then and committed Harry Kiri, as they say.
But he's going to have some hot tyres to contend with. But everyone seems to have found the rhythm. Kind of like at this point now, only a few laps to.
Again, Palm, 28 seconds. He's hoping for a couple of mistakes now. I think.
Yeah, he's brought it down a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, eight laps left, 3 seconds a lap. If he could maintain 2 or 3 seconds a lap, it might make it interesting. That might make it really interesting if he can maintain that. But again, from K9's perspective, he's healthy, but one mistake, take a spin off track, then in your haste to rush back on, it's another 20 odd seconds. You never know.
So you make a mistake after a mistake, can't you? Make a bigger mistake, should we say? It's
the number of times, and we've all done it, haven't we? Let's be fair. You break the seal with a mistake. You almost break the concentration, and your tyres are wrong, and everything's wrong, and then you just have a litany of mistakes afterwards, which is really, really, really frustrating. And the more frustrated you get, you've lost your mojo. Then you're done for, unfortunately. So
this point in the race, Ken is the only one in them 113s.
It's just done it again. My controller just disconnected again.
Oh, that's Callum.
Oh, he's having
missing a wheel.
He's driving a Reliant Robin.
Roy's back in the pits. I do like the livery on Roy's. Nice. Reminds me of the McLaren livery. If you change that to orange, that would be McLaren.
It wouldn't be bad. That it wouldn't look far off it. That's really annoying. My controller's done that twice. Never used to do that, and I don't get any warning that it's going to happen. So I've just got to sit here and twiddle like, yeah.
You've got it set to a time, haven't you? Is it 5-minute time or something like
that? Yeah, I'll have to have a look on that. I've never had that sort of issue before in years gone by, but progress.
Just lost Callum there. He's just bailed. He probably felt like he couldn't make it back to the pits. We saw him really struggling. Yeah, it was. He might have blown his engine up. It could, that is a major thing, isn't it? In fairness, he persevered, didn't he? And persevered, full credit to him.
Yeah, he's probably just putting something in the chat now. I'm assuming. Engine died. Yeah, I thought he might have. That's what I thought it was, in truth. Thought he might have blown it up. It took some hammer. It did take some hammer, in fairness.
Oh! K9.
See, this is going to...
there, but...
He managed to get going, but he still lose a few seconds on CMCF there, but he's lapping way faster than him now. CMCF is going to be under... he's going to be under pressure from Palm.
Same corner, same little half rotation there, but...
And again, that's still going to light up your tyres, and that's going to give Palm a bit of something to chase. There's still 5.5 laps left yet, and the gap is now 21 seconds. So, he can do this. Considering before it was like 30-ish or close on 30-ish. It's whether Palm can sort of bring those 18s down to 16s. If he can bring them down a tad, then could make for an interesting ending this. Again, Kenny's just... He's probably... I'd be thrashing my car to do those lap times at 1:15, but he'll be doing 90-something%. Not really pushing, just trundling around in autopilot, like you were saying earlier. And in fairness to Kyle, at
1:16.9, nice.
Yeah.
Decent lap time.
Yeah. And that'll still be going like that. I mean, CMCF has done alright as well. Obviously he likes F1 with that name, but in truth, he's done alright. He hasn't done bad, to be quite fair.
Be good to see him out in some of the other championships that we're running. The special events, should I say? Be good to get him out on track.
Yeah, true. That's true enough. In all fairness, like I say, I think he'd be quite. From what I remember, I think he's quite competent in most things. Obviously everyone has a preferred genre, shall we say, for one. It's like me. I've always preferred tin tops to open wheel all day, every day. Although I do like LMPs, but that's another thing altogether, isn't it? But,
yeah, it's a tin top but open top.
Yeah, kind of. It's a stupidly turbo tin top with a jet engine, probably.
Yeah. But, what we got now? So K9 now 1:14. Kenny's last lap 1:21, 112. Just dives in there with another one just to
show
any shadow of a doubt. Yeah, just to say I'm still capable.
Yeah, I can put one in when I want to. When I want to try and stick something in there. That's alright. Callum was just asking if we wanted him to jump in for a mid-race chat, and I said off for the minute. No offence, mate. Thanks for offering. That might be something we might do in the future, though. It's something we've considered doing, and we have done before, I think. Just having a quick chat with somebody, having a quick chat with a winner, jumping in the party and stuff. We've done that before. I think we've done it with the rallycross before, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, I think we had a winner or two jump in at the end of the stream, as I say. But
yeah, we've definitely done it. And it'll probably be something we visit again once we get back into the flow, assuming the internet wants to play ball. But when is it ever? Whenever. See, now here you go. You got. I don't think. I mean, he's trying to get Palm. He's trying to work. Is that Kenny at the back of him, or is that K9 at the back of him? I'm not sure. But it's.
Let's have a look.
No, it's not.
It would have been K9, I reckon.
Yeah, coming down the main straight. So in truth, like I say, Palm's main thing is, I mean, he took like 2.6, 2.7 seconds. He's only 15 behind, but he's only got 2.5 laps now. He needed a few more laps. He probably needed 3 or 4 more laps unless CMC makes a mistake, which is not out of the question. But in truth, like I say, I think Palm probably got a bit unlucky in the early part of the race. So did Kenny. I think they both got caught out with tyres. I think that was definitely it. I think they were trying to push too hard on tyres that weren't ready yet.
Yeah, not quite in that window.
No, because they do take 3 or 4 laps. I don't care what anyone says, they do. They might feel alright, but they're still not where they should be. Optimal, I think is the word. But
you got down this straight, you got Roy just going into the corner. CMC just now going into that same corner. Would that be
Kyle, is
K9? Or was that
it Kenny?
Would have been Kenny, I think. Just catching.
Yeah, it would have been. Yeah, he is. Oh, bit of a wall. Oh, in fairness, he's moved. I mean, there's moving over and there's moving over. That was like.
Hang on. CMC had made a mistake then going into that corner because he dropped quite a bit.
Yeah, he did. That's 10. I mean, we're down to 10 seconds. Oh, and he's probably lit those tyres.
Yeah.
Oh, and now he's feeling the pressure. Now he's feeling the pressure. The problem he's got then, if he starts feeling that pressure a bit too much now, Palm's going to be, hopefully, from his point of view, over him like a rash. But again, it's
Palm just catching up now to.
Wonder if he's getting a bit
back on the back of K9. Yeah, K9's just.
He'd be getting a draft off the back of him.
Yeah. Whether it's an advantage to stay in that stream.
That's easy for you to say.
Oh, I'm going to tell you what. Oh, Kenny's already finished.
Oh, I think it's all over.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because he'd lapped everybody. Oh, that's going to deprive Palm of a lap. Of course, he'd lapped the field, hadn't he? So when it was saying 40, 41, so CMCF will be very happy with that. Got to give K9 all the plaudits. I would say he'd flash his lights if he had any, but
he was flashing his lights. I could see him. Everyone's over the line.
Or maybe he was maybe he was fluttering his eyelashes. I don't know. We didn't see. Well, I've got to say that was. I mean, I know we only had 7 runners and riders, but it's more about getting back into the flow, isn't it? But that was. I don't think that was a bad stint. For Kenny, good run. I think Kyle's got to be pretty damn pleased with that, if I'm honest with you. CMCF, well done, mate. Podium on your first outing. Palm, probably a bit unlucky in the beginning, but I think a few people came a cropper there. He's probably kicking himself, really, that he made that many mistakes, but it made it an interesting race. Again, I thought Roy would have a few problems with this car, and the same for him and Callum. But look at their lap times, Roy, Callum and Tiger. They were all pretty close together.
But fair play to Roy, he's always consistent and he stays in it to the end, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and like you say, he doesn't try and overdo it. And in fairness, I've had some great battles with him. And I mean really good battles where we've overtook each other like 6 or 7 times in a race. And they're always clean. It don't matter how fast you are, if you're clean, then you're going to have some fun races. And it's good fun. But yeah, in fairness, I think reasonably to form. Apart from probably Palm and CMCF, because CMCF was probably a little bit of an unknown quantity in these vehicles, although I knew he was, pretty reasonable in fairness. But I did think Palm might have made the podium, but again, bit of bad luck on his part. But one man's bad luck is another one. Yeah, somebody else's opportunity, and I think we have somebody in here who took his opportunity quite well. You had not bad coming from last to second. You'll take that, won't you?
Yeah, I was challenging a bit for first at one point in the beginning, and then it was just I had a couple spins. Once you start spinning in these cars, I found that I don't know, the tires maybe they overheat or something. It wasn't shown that it was overheated, but they spin a lot more once you've started spinning, so you have to kind of like find a different way to drive it. And then once I got in the rhythm of the car, it was okay.
The minute you spin, those rears light up. Again, the graphic doesn't show it, which is a bit poor from your point of view. But yeah, the minute you spin, you've lit them up, and then of course you want to make time back for the time that you've perceived to have lost. And you get your foot down. Kenny did it as well. Kenny did it a few times early doors, as did Palm. I don't think anyone didn't. Let's be fair.
That's why I dropped back. I dropped back quite a lot in the last. There was the first few laps I made up a lot of positions. Then about maybe the 5th or so lap I was spinning a lot.
Yeah, so you backed off a little bit then into the middle.
And I figured it out, and I managed to catch some guys again. But I was
Kenny
a bit
did the
worried
same.
with my pit stop because I didn't have that like qualifying round, so I never had a strategy ready for the
Yeah, you're doing it on the fly as you try to go in.
So
it's like,
I
oh my
was
god.
doing it while I was racing, and then I didn't know if I'd calculated my fuel right because I actually put fuel in the pit.
Yeah, I thought you did. Did it do it simultaneously as your tyre change, or did it do it after the tyre change? Or before it?
The thing that took the longest actually was the repair. I think they started the repair after all of that. It could have done those two together. I didn't really see it.
Yeah, I wasn't sure with that car. I wasn't sure with that car, if I'm honest with you, whether it is simultaneous or not.
Yeah, but it's a very cool car. It's something that obviously it's very new to everyone, and a couple of the guys were definitely struggling. I mean, I even saw Kenny struggled a bit at the beginning. I mean, I had my fair struggle, and I know Palm is quite quick. I mean, you can see by his best lap time there, he's also quite quick. So, I mean, it's less about lap times than it is about keeping it consistent, I think. And that comes from obviously doing championship style races.
Exactly, keeping it on the black stuff. That's the name of the game.
It's cool to have given it a go. I mean, we've been wanting to do these for a long time, so it's cool.
It was fun to watch. It was fun to watch because even though I mean, I'll say it from my perspective. Even though, okay, you may look at it and think, well, you know, you're reasonably spread out, but there were times where you all spread out a lot, and then a few concertinaed back close again because of somebody pitted or somebody spun or somebody. Even at the end there, CMCF was probably heart in his mouth a little bit because he had 30 seconds or so on Mida, on Palm, and then Palm brought it back into about 10 seconds or something like that, and CMC
was close behind me when I came out of the pits because of that long pit stop I had. From my bad strategy. So
again, that was about 10 seconds or 8 seconds or something when you came out because I thought they were going to be close.
I don't know how Kenny managed to get a whole lap on me there. That's impressive.
I think
he must have had a really quick pit.
His pit was quicker because he come in as you were in the pits. He saw that you were in and he came in anyway. While you were in.
When I was in the pit?
Yeah. You didn't see his car, did you? Yeah, he was in front of you. He was literally in front of you. So as you were there waiting for everything, he came in. I think he got out. I think he got out before you. Came in after you and got out before you because I thought he might not have changed tyres, but he must have done because I thought, you know, obviously Mark would say
my tyres were gone when I went. I actually pushed it too many laps because I was trying to fix my strategy before I went in.
So one set was never going to work.
Or maybe the hards, because I mean I was on softs, so softs took us about halfway through, I think, if we were on softs.
Yeah, but you look at the lap time difference. It's probably worthwhile doing because what is it, 16.6 seconds or something daft for a tyre change.
I think most of my laps, if I wasn't doing a bad lap, was like 1/16s.
I think a lot of people settled around that.
The good ones was like more 114. I don't even remember getting a 113, but I won't complain about it.
Didn't think you would somehow. Didn't think you would. No, it's I mean, Callum blew his engine up in the end on lap 37, was it? Or lap... Well,
24.
It's showing 24 of his, but it was actually lap 37 of the race.
Okay.
So, because in fairness, he did drive a Reliant Robin for a fair proportion of that race. He was on two wheels for a fair proportion. But hey, it all stands in good stead. It's not the easiest of cars to jump into if you haven't really had much experience of it, and he certainly hasn't. So,
but we started with 7 guys, and I see we still got 7 guys in the lobby. So it's good. Good job sticking around, guys. That's what we like to see. So.
Yeah, it's like I say, he blew his engine up. He was trying to get back to the pits and blew his engine up again. Again with Tiger, he might have ended up blowing his. I'm not sure, but it doesn't tell you properly. But it was good as an exercise. It was great. It was good fun. Like if any guys are watching this retrospectively later on, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did. You know where to find us on a Monday. This is where we are. This is what we do.
We've got another stream coming up this Wednesday, and that will be on a completely new game for us. We'll be experimenting with some bike games now. So we got MotoGP 21 we'll be racing on Wednesday. So if you want to see some bike racing and something new that we've never done before, tune in on Wednesday, same time as tonight, 8 o'clock.
Put it this way, St. John Ambulance are sending the whole fleet. Sorry. It's a good job I'm not in it. I'd take up the whole fleet of ambulances, trust me. They'd need them all for all different body parts that would be scattered all over the place.
We've got to get you in on some of those bike races.
On the ride ones, yeah, I've had to do the ride 4 ones. I had a few goes and I will get better slowly, but I've yet to do a lap without falling off.
Also, we're going to have an interesting commentary pair there, is Mark. You'll be doing some commentary there, I believe, as well, with someone new.
Yeah, definitely will be. Going to give it a go.
You'll have plenty to laugh at.
The other half, yeah, definitely. It's
Laura. Laura's joining you. She's Laura doing it with you.
She's
that's
be
cool.
For the first part of commentary. Give me a little helping hand, and hopefully you guys put on a good show for us.
Not too much. I might put you off.
I'll try not to blow up my bike on the first corner.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll probably crash at the first corner. That'll be quite good fun, actually. We could be the first ever live domestic.
Yes. You'll probably just see me being put in my place, mate. Don't worry.
Yeah. Did I say you could speak? No. No. Make us a cup of tea, love. No divorce. Yeah, it's all good fun. It's great. It'd be fun. Be fun to hear a different voice anyway.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. Be interesting to see how it goes. But
yeah, it'd be a good laugh. It'd be even more fun to have her on the track.
Definitely some great special events coming up.
We'll see her take part in the ride one, definitely, and maybe a couple Project Cars ones. Mark, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm not gonna say I want to ride Laura on the track. Right, I'm not gonna say that. If she's in the background, she'll slap me. But no, that was really good fun. I enjoyed it. I hope everybody else enjoyed it as much, because it was really good fun.
Good.
It was really, really good fun. So Mondays, GMT +2 at the moment. It'll be GMT +1 in another week's time when the clocks go, whatever they do. I can't even remember now. They go backwards. No, they go forwards. What am I on about? Jesus Christ, man.
We don't change, so it'll still be 8 o'clock GMT +2. But
yeah, you'll just be.
Some countries will change their time zone, but our time.
Yeah, the US changed last week, I think, or this week. They've already changed their time zones by an hour. I'm assuming that goes for all states, but I think they've changed theirs already. And then obviously ours is always the last Saturday night / Sunday morning of the month of October for some weird reason. Well,
some facts for you guys out there on the stream. Especially South Africans, we don't know about these time changes. We just we just keep going. We don't complain.
No, you just gotta keep going. Yeah, you don't complain. No, of course not. I mean, if anyone's seen any of the riots in the recent times, then that was fictitious. It didn't really happen. It's fake news, as Donald Trump used to say. It just doesn't exist. I've got one little fact I'm going to give you. I don't know if any of you knew this. But do you know what the supposed engine capacity of these things is? Not as in size, I mean the amount of power produced.
Go for it.
Off the combustion engine, anything between 500 and 750, so it peaks at 750. There's another 450 that the boost produces. 1200 peak brake horsepower is what this car would produce.
Cheapers.
But I suppose you look at that and you think it's crazy, but you look back at the Lotus 98T, for example. That was 900,000 horsepower, if I remember rightly.
It's definitely a handful to drive, I can tell you that.
There you go. You see, I'm a mine of useless information, and what I don't know, I research more useless information by going on certain free sites that are available online. But it's one of them things. But yeah, nobody did a 107.
It's been a great stream. Thanks to our commentary team, and
it's good night from him and me.
A lot more of these special events before the end of the year, so you'll see a different mix of commentary members for each one, and some different race drivers and some of these other events, and hopefully more drivers. We're hoping some of these videos will stir some interest and we'll get some new guys. So if you're watching and you're not in the community already, you can find the link to our Discord channel at the top of the YouTube channel on the banner. And then also, if you follow us on Instagram, maybe you found your way to this YouTube from Instagram, and just go find our Discord link. It's on there too. So that's where we run everything from.
Absolutely.
Everyone's welcome to join. Doesn't matter nationality, doesn't matter your skill level. We encourage everyone. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm nationless and I'm rubbish, so it's okay. They still accepted me. Under duress, I must admit, I put a gun to his head, but that's another thing. Anyway, as K9 was saying, Wednesday nights, Monday nights, from a UK perspective, 7 p.m. From a GMT perspective, +2. Make yourself a date, Mondays and Wednesdays. Come here and watch us hit the pace, because this is race space. Oh yeah, man. Good night, everybody. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it.
Cheers, everyone. Bye.
Good night.
Cheers,